Poboy Special here, and we are going to extreme torture test a see all open sight. Coming right up. Alright, the see all open sight that we have is for the Hellcat, and I'll put the description in the description below. You can see we did videos on this one on a real Hellcat, so we decided let's test this to see how durable and if we can really break or destroy a see all open sight. So let's get to it. And the way we're going to do this, the way we're going to test this, first of all, we put the see all open sight on a piece of wood, a makeshift, this is the Hellcat Mini. So this is the way we did it, and we mounted it with little bitty wood screws. So first of all, we're going to take it up about 8.5 to 10 feet and drop it onto concrete. You can see the concrete pad below me. We're going to drop it a couple, 3 times maybe. Then we're actually going to toss it onto the concrete pad up and over, I don't know, 3-4 times. Then we're going to drag it down gravel and concrete driveway, probably about 1/8 of a mile, 1/4 of a mile. See if it's still good. And then we're going to run it over with a Jeep. Yes, run it over with a Jeep and see if it's still ticking, still working, still good. Then we're going to take this off of this by itself and do the same exact thing. We're going to drop it, throw it, drag it, run it over. Then at the end we got a surprise for you. What we're going to do is we're going to put it back on the Hellcat, the real Hellcat, not the wooden thing, and shoot it and see if it still works. Coming right up. I can't wait to get to this one. Let's see. Let's go. Still looking good. That's one. Still looking good. That's 2. Try number 3. Still looking good. So let's try the next test. Let's actually just throw it. That one was dropped. Let's just throw it. Alright, after 3 throws, I see one little bitty cosmetic blemish. I can still see the reticle. Everything's looking good. I can see just a slight cosmetic blemish right here on the edge. Maybe to chip the little paint. That's it. That's all that this is showing. We've dropped it. We've thrown it. Now let's drag it. Alright, and now for the drag. You can see that it's still here. We've got it with fishing line from the Jeep, and we are going to drag it, and I'm going to go ahead and show you all across this concrete pad and all the way down this gravel driveway that goes all the way around and then all the way back up and all together it's about an eighth or to a quarter of a mile. Then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to come back the same way and then back on the concrete pad and stop here, and then we will check it out. But for the first part of the ride, we're going to go a little bit slow, and on the return ride we're going to pick up the pace. Alright, and you're going to watch the whole thing. Well, how'd it do? Let me take it out here in the light so we can see it. Alright, here it is. You can see the wood is all scuffed up from being drugged. You can see gravel and all kinds of scuff marks here, and rock and chipped. Now you can see that it is dirty. The glass part here is dirty, and you can see all kinds of scuff and alright, but I'd be willing to bet, let's just clean that glass up right here, get the mud off of it, and yep, you can still see it. You can still see the reticle. It's still shining. It's still going. Still working. It's not broken. Alright, so for the one last test, let's run it over. And the other torture test, we'll do the same thing. We're going to back over it with both wheels, the back wheels and the front wheels, and when we come back, we're actually going to set the wheel on top of it. So let's do it. Is actually on top of it right now. The full weight of the engine and the Jeep. There you go. Still works. Boy, this thing is awfully rugged. Still works. Still in good shape. Still see the triangle, the delta. Nothing's broken, nothing's wiggling, and it just got run over and sat on by a Jeep. Alright, I'm going to show you one of the beauties of this. I want to give you a really good look at it before we take this off of here. I'm going to take it off and I'm going to show you something really cool about the see all sight, and you're going to watch me so you know that I'm not doing anything off camera or behind the scenes or anything. Here's one. Alright, there's two. Alright, put my drill up. And there it is. Alright, now I'm going to show you something very cool and unique about the see all sight that you probably can't do with others. And you saw that, yes, it was dirty and it did have some mud and dirt because we drug it down the gravel driveway. So here's what I'm going to do about that, and this is what I'm going to do. Can you do this with your optic or your sight? Yes, that is water. And all I'm doing, I'm just going to clean the mud off, and let's see what we got. There seems to be one little chip right here at the top of the front kind of optic sight, the front glass sight right there. Other than that, it's just got a few little cosmetic blemishes here on the corners, and that's it. You're seeing it as I'm seeing it just now. You're seeing it. All right, before I put it back on the Hellcat, I'm going to give this one last test. And you say, what test is that? I'm going to take it and I'm actually going to throw it by itself. It's not on the block of wood, it's not on the gun. I'm going to throw it down the concrete a couple times, see what it is. All right, here we go. Alright, here it is, and to my knowledge nobody's ever taken one of these and just flung it like you saw across the concrete. And it's still good, still functioning, and you can still see the reticle. No cracks. It's got one little chip here at the top, but there's no cracks. Couple little cosmetic blemishes, but that is it. Still working. Alright, now, okay, I'm sorry, I couldn't refuse. We ran the other one over with a Jeep with nothing, so we had to do the same thing with this one. So if you can see, there it is. I'm going to try and zoom in a little bit. There it is, right at the wheel of the Jeep, and we are going to run that puppy over with nothing saving it. So let's try it. And it is not broken. There's the reticle. You can see it. Nothing broken, nothing rattling. Can your sight, can your optic, can yours withstand being freaking run over by a Jeep? Alright, so let's see if it works. Let's go put it on the Hellcat. So we took it and we put it on here. Here it is on the real Hellcat, not the block of wood. And you can see, yes, it is the one that we dragged. You can see the blemishes. So this is the actual one. And what we're going to do is we're going to go and shoot our target right here. And I'm going to put the camera up close so you see where it's hitting. And we're going to back up a pretty good ways. So let me set it up and see how it is. Alright, so you can see it is a small target. Here's the size of my hand. So this is a small target. We're going to back up, so let's watch and see where the hits go, and let's take some shots. Alright, here we go. A little bit high on the 9. Oh, just a little bit below. Oh, there we go. Dead center. Dead center. Dead center. Dead center again. There you go. Dead center. And you tell me if it's zeroed. And like I said, all day long, I mean right dead center. You saw it again. Alright, so let's do it one more time, just for fun. Why not? I'm going to zoom in. Alright, here we go. Just for fun, same distance, way back here. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10, 10. Alright, center ring all day long with the See All Open sight that's been torture tested. We tried to break it, and you see what kind of results we get on the Hellcat. Final thoughts on the See All Open sight torture test for the Hellcat, or this is for pretty much any See All Open sight, because they're pretty much all the same. The only difference is what it's meant to be put on. That being said, OMG, have you ever seen a torture test like this, where we dropped it from 10 feet and more? We drug it, we ran the stinking thing over twice with a Jeep. We could not destroy this thing. Then, after all that torture testing, we put it back on the same Hellcat that we did in a previous video, and we shot in the 9 and 10. Once I settled down, 10 all day long. Held 0. Results speak for themselves. See All Open sight, because you see all on the Poboy special torture test video.